Welcome back to Chechnya, comrades. Well guys, welcome back, and we are of course continuing our march through Chechnya. This could be a tough one. We've of course already come up across some enemy regulars and irregulars, both pretty dangerous, and we're going to go ahead and keep trying to take them out. So I'm actually going to go ahead and attack this unit. I can see that they're already very, very weak. We'll attack them again, the provisional militia, and keep on trying to move through here to just basically wipe the enemy out of the hill area. I don't want them really being in this particular mountain area because, well, quite simply, they could attack us from the flank, etc. So we wiped out a bunch of these irregular units here, and these guys aren't the ones to be afraid of. Remember, at this point in the war, it was actually the point in the war when a bunch of foreign fighters began joining the Chechens. So right here we've got a unit of those foreign fighters, the Special Forces Regiment. We're going to try to manage an attack against them. I hope we do well, but these guys are really here for a war. It's going to be tough. So the likelihood of success is fair. You can see that there. I'm going to bring in some bombers if I'm able. And we're going to do our best, guys. Taking out a Special Forces unit would really, really improve our chances of getting to Grozny soon. Over here at this particular place, Erensk, I'd love to take it over, but I think we're going to need some additional assistance. So let's do that. First, we're going to wipe these guys out of here with the wonderful 31st Guards Rifle Division. Get some revenge for our boys in Grozny. And we're going to try to finish them off with some Spetsnaz units. This is a Spetsnaz division right here. We'll go ahead, as well as some naval infantry. And these naval infantry, believe it or not, I'm not sure during the war what they were like, but at least in the Operational Art of War 4, they are just as vicious as the Spetsnaz. Really, really good fighters. Over here, we're just sending in one unit of them, basically, and the likelihood of success is fair. So I'm going to take that, and let's go ahead and accept. A few of the units cannot attack because they've already attacked. Fair enough. And this place, can we take this place over? Let's see. I don't think this one's going to be so easy. Yeah, very poor. So we're going to cancel that attack right there. Abort attack. I want to just take a look all over the country. So these are our forces near Grozny. As you can see, they're all destroyed. We've got one opposition fighter force trapped with a bunch of other naval infantry, etc. These guys are definitely in trouble. I could try to break out of the city, but I'm not even sure that that would be a good idea. I think just basically digging in is the best thing to do. So let's dig in, entire group. This way, the enemy's going to have to actually work to get in. But of course, those men are not in for a welcome once they make it through. So another security division over here. I said I wouldn't move any units over. I lied. We're going to try to send some of these guys over to retake this town. Let's go ahead and see how we do. 1, 2. Okay, chances of winning are excellent. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. We don't even need any air power for this one, I don't think. And we can start doing this around the map if we get the will to do so. I want to be careful, though. Send this security division over here, and we'll send this irregular division over here. Of course, we're leaving a lot of towns open by doing this, so we have to make sure we don't lose them. And at this point, we're attacking this Chechen security unit from all sides. Success is fair, success is good. We'll even bring in a Hind to assist, why not? Go ahead and give them some additional fire. And let's make sure we haven't forgotten anybody. We've got these guys in the west. They've been doing really well so far. But I do believe they're engaged in an attack right now. Maybe not. Let's get rid of these guerrilla fighters. Nice. We're actually sending them running off into Russia, of all places. So hopefully our police will pick them up at some point. I'm going to go ahead and try to go to Stavrovo. And, oh, beautiful. It has not been taken over. And we're going to go to the enemy air force, or the enemy air base, I should say, over here. So this is a Chechen air base. Somebody mentioned something that the Chechens didn't have an air force. This is actually not true. The Chechens took old Soviet planes that were left behind and used them for the air force. Now, was it effective? Probably not. And also the Russians bombed a large majority of the air force before the war even began. That being said, you know, absolutely, you want to be very, very careful deciding whether or not there was actually a Chechen air force, because there technically was, but not in the way we'd consider it, I think. And there we go. The air force is ours. Beautiful. I could also try to get to Sovietskoye, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit. No. Let's keep on moving. Another thing is we are running out of supplies. If you look over here on the right side, the upper right, on the Federal Forces icon, you can see that the fuel's at 34%. Overall, our supply is not doing great. Here we go, another massive attack. This is one I couldn't believe we couldn't win last time. We're going to see how we do this time. We're sending in some police, some additional units, and still our chances are very poor. So let's just abort. Yeah, that's not going to work. What I'm going to do is cut them off. I'm hoping this is going to help. And let's send some units over here. So we've got the Spetsnaz units. I'm going to send in security forces. And I'm hoping they can take out the enemy security forces in the town here. 1, 2. Success is poor. I'm going to trust the Spetsnaz to do the right thing. They may or may not be able to break through, but we're going to try. And of course, breaking through here is extremely important because, well, we want to make it to Grozny one way or the other. So let's get all these guys over here. A lot of military police units. Plan an attack. And remember, these military police are not just guys carrying a pistol. These guys are military trained, etc. So we're sending everybody in for the attack. Make sure it's successful. I think that should work out pretty well, guys. So we're going after special forces, regular forces. This is going to be a very, very long turn. Let's see. Go ahead and attack these guys as well. Plan an attack. I'd like to wipe out all of the units here. But no, likelihood of success is very poor. Let's abort. I'm trying to get more guys close. So let me get this guy right there. I'm going to get this guy right here. Nice, that works too. Send this tank over here as well. Because I want to try to hit these guys all at once. There we go. Group move. Let's see if we can hit these guys. Here we go, guys. Going in for a major assault. Look at all the units we have here. And our likelihood of success is excellent. We're not even attacking with all our units. But I'm going to make sure we do. Just to make sure these guys are wiped off the face of the map. And off the face of the earth, right? We'll attack this area soon. But right now, there's not much we can do. And look at this, we've got some enemy special forces attacking one of our police units. We're going to have to send somebody back to deal with that, because that's cutting off some of our supply. I'm certain that is. Let's take a look here at the supply on the map. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to cut off some of our supply. We've got to do something about that, guys. I'm not sure what. Yeah, we can't bomb them, not directly anyway. We're going to have to do something next turn. Actually, I'm going to send this tank unit up. Let's just send up a single unit. Hopefully that'll be enough. And we will end the turn. Wish us luck, guys. The war for Chechnya continues. Nice, some intervention bombing as well as attacks. Come on. Okay, Dungusk. Looks like we moved him aside, guys, and we were not planning to win that battle. Nice. We've beaten the guys there. There we go. Our regulars have liberated another town. Good work, boys. Alright guys, 20% of our turn remains. Look at all these attacks. Man, we did pretty good. Even on the attack where we didn't do so well, this was the attack against the enemy special forces. We had some federal forces attacking them, of course. Let's take a look at how many men we lost. So we definitely lost a few units here. Some motorcycle squads, some mounted rifle squads. I didn't know that these were in the war. Luckily, we didn't lose any of our Hinds, any of our MiGs, none of our planes. The enemy, of course, took a pretty nasty hit, but I would say they put up a good fight there, all things considered. Now, the place we hit the enemy forces the best would be right here. Let's take a look. A lot of federal forces here, so basically actual soldiers. And the enemy loss report is dramatic. Look at that. Their irregular squads completely vaporized. We've killed almost all their horse teams. Their transport trucks destroyed, and we even managed to engage and destroy a command group. Killing the enemy command is extremely important in this particular mission. I can't stress that enough. We really need to make sure that we destroy that enemy command. So all of our guys are pretty much in a battle, stuck in a battle. one way or another. So we're going to be moving forward as much as we can, but we're likely going to have to wait until next turn to be able to actually begin another attack. Although, it'd be great if we could take this town. Let's go for it. Let's see if these police are up for the task. MPs, no. Cancel all units attack. And at this point, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens when we turn the turnover to the enemy. And there's an HQ right there. Dudayev's staff. I have to attack it. Dudayev is the leader of the Chechens. If we could wipe him out and his staff, we're going to be in a very good position. But as you can see, I'm not sure if that's the only Dudayev staff there is. That might just be basically a fake Dudayev staff, because I saw a lot around Grozny, and I don't think he could have gotten here that quickly. Then again, I could be wrong. We're about to find out. We'll also jump through, make sure we've taken all of the towns we needed to. Durgask, I don't know if we're going to be able to take that. But we took this area. Let's go ahead and plan an attack against the Chechen security forces nearby so they don't try to take it back. Success is fair. It's going to be a lot better with a few Hinds in here, so let's send them in. And let's hope for the best, guys. It's going to be the Chechen turn next, I'm pretty sure. Let's end the turn. Let's hope for the best. Okay, Dudayev's staff is hit. It would be great if one of the news articles next is Dudayev is killed, because that would be huge for our men's morale. Alright, guys, there we go. Look at this Federal Forces attack, 84%. We brought in some helos as well. Vodka main helo bombardment attacks. We absolutely smashed this area here. That was beautiful. And just looking at all of the differences here, we're doing pretty well. The casualties, though, are becoming closer and closer. Over here, 18%. Our Federal Forces got swamped here. A lot of personnel losses. We can actually take a look here. And we even lost some 82mm Vasilievsks, a bunch of actual artillery, and some auto grenade launchers. I'm sure the Chechens are going to be using that in their war effort. Here we go. This is the Chechens' turn. Let's hope that they're not too brutal. We're going to get some nice interdictory bombing there. Give them hell, boys. Give them hell. They're attacking a lot of our lone choppers. These helicopters, not every single one of them is defended by an infantry squad. In fact, few of them are. So if the enemy gets close enough to them, they can definitely attack. Here we go, hitting these Chechen security forces. If you guys watched the first two parts of the series, which if you haven't, I recommend you please go take a look at those. You'll soon see that these Chechens before were trying to move to the front. Now, it seems like they're moving to the east and to the south. They're trying to get away from the main fight. At least that's what it looks like. I think they're trying to keep as many towns, small towns, in their grasp as possible. Man, if it wasn't for the Russian Air Force, I'm not sure what we would do. They're definitely getting hit very hard, and our Air Force was very effective. If you look there, our actual air interdiction is at 7, and the lost, or the INT, I think, refers to the amount of the enemy we're hitting. 22% is pretty incredible, and if we can keep that up throughout the fight, it's going to make our push into Chechnya a lot easier. Remember, we're just barely pushing into the main towns in the north, which I'm guessing a lot of those main towns are actually pro-Russian. So we haven't even gotten into the heart of darkness yet. Like, just give it time. A lot of these guys over here in the front running back to Grozny, and they actually cut off our general staff there, put us in a similar situation to Grozny, but it looks like a lot of them are pulling back. But we definitely have some units cut off, not just in Grozny, but in other places as well. Traveling down that road in between the mountains is not easy, as you can imagine. It's a dangerous place. We could have irregular forces or guerrilla forces pop out of any location, so we want to be very, very careful. Keep hitting them, boys. Give them no rest. Guys, notice a lot of the air interdictions going on around Grozny, and that actually is true to history because Grozny was essentially leveled. As you can see here, our bombardments have worked very, very well. Even though it only takes out, 11% of the enemy on a bombing run, that's pretty effective. As you can see here, we've taken out some rifle squads, some motorcycle squads, a light scout car, a few trucks. I mean, this all helps, every single one of these bombardments. But due to all those bombardments you guys saw on the map, it's certain that we didn't get all of them. Not all of them were effective. We got a few replacements coming in. Unfortunately, the reinforcements that come into this war are ill-trained recruits. These guys are poor Russians looking for a job. They get a job in the military, and they don't have the training to really survive, which makes our job very difficult. So here we go, guys. Chechens begin guerrilla war. This is, of course, talking about all the captures of the areas. It looks like Chechnya successfully captured or recaptured some areas, but we've moved into Bamut, and the Russian losses are higher than expected, which, once again, historically accurate, but certainly in our game, a major problem. So as you can see right here, our HQ is cut off by, it looks like, 2 Chechen irregular forces. I absolutely want to bring our guys in to fight them. So first thing I'm going to do is probably start moving our units down to try and engage. Let's go get these guys down. We're now in Chechnya. We're in the mountains. We might as well fight it out with these guys. So I'm going to move everybody in to basically try and stop this encirclement. And look at that enemy aircraft! I told you, they still have a little bit of an Air Force going, which is hilarious. And right here, even this is excellent. So we'll send these guys in. They'll do a great job. But of course, to see the rest of the series, you guys know what you got to do. Hit that like button. Keep on subscribing. Keep on going to the comments section and helping us out there. And you too will be able to see the next episode of the Operational Art of War in Chechnya. As always, I do have to give the disclaimer that this series is rarely monetized. We did finally get video 1 monetized after all of the views on it had been seen. So basically, once we got to 1,000 views, we were able to monetize it, which is just frustrating because what that shows is that they shouldn't have demonetized it in the first place, and I lost all of that income. So it's weird, but it's almost like being on probation for a job or something like that, and then when the bosses find out that nothing you've done is wrong, they still refuse to give you your paycheck. It's that kind of feeling. It's terrible. So you can always go to Twitch, hit the kitty cat down below the video icon, and you can donate via PayPal. For all of you guys that are assisting me with all of the funds on Patreon, things like that, I really appreciate it. We are going to get more serious about Patreon pretty soon here, but I've been trying to keep things pretty simple. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and have a glorious, glorious day. Long live Russia!